Okay, adjusting microphone, getting drinks situated. I don't really have the healthiest of stream snacks today, but hey, who's gonna argue about cheese? You're gonna fight me over cheese? I don't think you're gonna fight me over cheese. I like cheese. Deal with it. But we're back with Final Fantasy IX today. And if you're wondering, it's pepper jack cheese on a roll. It's not fancy, it's not elegant, it's just functional. But hopefully everyone's doing all right. And we can get some progress done today. Let's see what we have kicking around. Yeah, I am sliding in kind of sideways. I was actually getting some recordings done for the rest of this week. I still need to finish writing some stuff, and I almost have the version 0.1.1 alpha of my Pargy doc ready. As far as other stuff, should have... I think there's 2 videos that are currently members first on the channel. The Let's Play Everything channel. And yes, I am still sticking with the... It's just as soon as it's done processing on the YouTube end, I set it up for members first, and then you guys can watch it whenever you want, and then it releases on its normal schedule. Now, there is going to be one, and that's actually the one I recorded today, that I cannot do that with because of embargoes. Embargoes I will not do that with because I do not want to be blacklisted. And even if I could just ignore being blacklisted, it wouldn't be appropriate. It's not ethical to do that. It's not ethical to undercut people. There are other reviewers in the space that do it. There are other content creators in the space that are like, oh, I'll sneak it in an hour early. It's, come on, please. Bitch. Don't do that. I was going to say we're all professionals. No, we're mostly not professionals. But, sorry, adjusting the chair because it had drifted forward. Oh, another fun thing. Before I actually start playing the game. The other day I heard a clank underneath my chair while I was streaming. I kind of ignored it. It turns out a bolt fell out of my chair. If I would have leaned too far forward, I would have not been in my chair anymore. That would have sucked. But anyway, we get to go into the near reaches, I believe. Actually start progressing through this place. It's going to take a second to load. New zone. Just started up the hard drive for it. It's fine. And I have rolls. They be tasty. Okay, I think we're going to have enemies. I think it's after we go through this area. Yeah, just grab the flower. Yoink. And yeah, and then we can just... Yeah. Gimme. The little trail guy. Hi. We're gonna ride you. I'm not sure, but I think it just automatically knocks us off. For those wondering, no, bread is not the most safe streaming food. I'm just calling it right now. Boy, do it taste good with some cheese. Okay. I'm not sure there's anything over here. I don't think there is. I think this is just a transition screen. So we're going to have just some random crap we fight. I'm going to eat my cheese sandwich whenever we're fighting because, you know, I have nothing to talk about during that. Other than the fact that we're punching manta rays. Oh, we were looking for feather circles, weren't we? There you go. Eat it. That works. Okay, now we just get to beat him up. And I'm slightly concerned that Vivi is now troubled, so he's not going to get XP if we end up killing him after this. I don't think we have... Nope, it's dead. I don't think we have the ability to become immune to trouble, do we? Am I mistaken? Oh, no, he did. Now I'm forgetting what trouble does. What do trouble do? I guess I'll just... Yeah, I'll use the anointment. I need to move that over there. There we go. Just testing that it's quick saving properly. Yeah, hopefully everything is working all right. I didn't double check if anything had gotten broken before I started streaming today. Hey, mine guy. Are you here for the treasure too? What treasure? You don't know? The excavation site has tons of treasure and rare fossils. You're not here to steal them? No, we're not treasure hunting. Does this tunnel connect to the outer continent? You're trying to go outside? Huh, the tunnel's like a web. I don't even know how far it travels. You'll need to go that way, but it's quite a trip. The only way to go further is to hitch a ride on the Gargant. It'll lead you to a dead end if you want to go wherever, if you let it go wherever it wants. Ah. So you navigate the Gargant with that switch over there. The switch changes which fountain the water comes out of. You can block off the sections you don't want to go by activating the fountain. Okay, so they're hydrophobic. So we're riding rabid Gargants? Maybe. Need trigger it to go over to the other side. Okay. Yes, you do. You can get there on a Gargant, but need to trigger switch number 1 to do it. I'm not going to remember that. Yeah, in-game, the pump controls the Gargant paths are numbered. Help you keep track of which one is which, and yeah. This one's 2, the other one's 1. Okay, so we should have... Yep. I'll talk to you first. That was some trouble I ran into at Clara. It was hurt. I was hurt so bad I couldn't even move, but now that I've recovered, I'm back on track. Are you now? Yes, I will buy your stuff. Thanks to you, I can continue my journey. And you... don't even know who Kupo is, Kupo. Let's read it together. From Kupo to Monkey. I'm bored, Kupo. I'm so bored I'm going to hide away. Try finding me inside this cavern. Hint, I'm behind a wall. And Mogshop, I think he's going to have just, yeah, extra resources. That's to put us at 72, so we want to actually be 21? And do we buy some extra anointments? Yeah, why not? That should be good enough to get us through this place at the very least. And let's see. So we got Stiltskin. And we can also do tents and stuff if we want to. I don't know if we... yeah, we will. We'll go ahead and tent up. Why not? Tenting is not the worst thing ever. And of course we need to save, because we haven't actually done a hard save in a while. I love the music in this. Okay, let's see where we're going. It says things get more complicated. It's very easy to get lost here, especially going for the treasures. So start with, take the path near the Moogles and ride the Gargant for a pair of fairy earrings. Okie dokie. So just ride the Gargant. Yoink. Come here, Gargant. Kind of wish they had their own music, but I guess this would be their music. So this is the Switch 2 Gargant. Are we actually going to be using fairy earrings very often? I don't think so. Oh, she's done on that. I mean, we could do that. That's not a bad one to get. Body temp and level up is not a bad thing. Does Garnet have any upgrades she got? No. None for you. You're still learning that. I'm just double checking that there's nothing that we want to get from the rest of these. I don't think there's going to be, but we did get the Gladius. We're learning that one right now. Then we'll go back to the Exploder. Because generally speaking, we want to be on the Thieves' Swords, which are the two-bladed ones, most of the time. Yes, we can do stuff with the daggers as well, but it's more consistent with these. Because we have access to that ability that guarantees we can do weird stuff. Do I go for... I don't think we go for Medanes. I think we will just go fairy earrings on you as well. Get those learned. And yeah, everybody's still learning something right now. That's an important thing for me to actually aim for. Okay, so that will go back. Where do I go for this one? There it is. Just got to get in the right position. I always think it's over there on the left, but no, it's just right there dead center in the field. Gargant is picky. Okay, so now we go to the northern part. Is this way. And no, I don't plan on playing cards against anybody. Unless absolutely necessary. This should let's flip the switch. Okay. I think we want to go, yeah, this way. And that'll be switch 1. I think we're coming back to this later. I could be wrong. Go back to reach a new section, take the stairs up, and follow the path to the ether chest. Okay. Hey, Darker, how's it going? We're playing with the flowers. Flower power. As I slowly eat my breakfast. Actually, I'm almost done with it. Right now it is a roll and cheese. Super healthy. I should have just had a Greek taco, but, well, I'm not sure I would call it a Greek taco. It's basically a bastardization of Greek food and tacos. Made with budget ingredient. Well, not really budget ingredients, but basic ingredients. Not making any tzatziki sauce or anything like that, because that is too much of a hassle. Okay, so this brings us here. Okay, so we take the upper path first. And it says this is complicated and weird to get all the treasure. Nom 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 nom. Never deny the cheese. I don't know why, but I do love pepper jack cheese more than most cheeses. The only other kind of cheese that I've been craving lately is feta. And if you're wondering what I call a Greek taco, it's basically beef strips instead of shaved beef with Greek seasoning, which has lemon, some herbs. It's not spicy at all. It's just kind of herby and garlicky. But it do taste good. But yeah, it's the beef with that seasoning on it. It's got a little bit of lemon in it. And then I go for lettuce, tomato, feta cheese. Sometimes I'll do black olives, but very, very rarely on it. Only if I'm really craving the salt. Feta cheese usually makes it salty enough. We're just gonna end up with a million freaking parados or paradots. I'm not sure how to pronounce that word. It's a word that I have only ever read. I have a lot of words like that. Okay, so we flip this. This should take us back to Switch 1. And not Switch 2. Switch 2s are too expensive for us to go back to. They're 500 each. Oh, and speaking of the Switch being expensive, I saw some people posting critiques about the price increase of older Switches, like Switch 1, and some of the different variants on it in the US. It's not global. I don't think it's a global change on the price. It's in the US. Like they don't realize it's because of the tariff threat nonsense going on. They're not going to just eat the price increase from the tariffs. They use chips from countries that, guess what, have a high tariff now. So it's always going to be a fight. Let's see. And yes, I have given in to using a guide for all this. Okay, so I think it's up here. Take me back to the place where I belong. Country road, take me home to the place where I belong, West Virginia. Country mama, take me home. That's all I know of that song. So, yeah. Okay, back to the first area, and come on. Oh, yeah, I have to do all this nonsense. I keep this guide has a thing where it says save at the Moogles. I keep misreading it as save the Moogles, and I'm like, I don't remember Moogles being attacked in this. That's because I am a dumbass. That's what y'all tune in for. I don't get it either. Okay, let's see. I will, of course... Oh, yeah, you just have your usual dialogue. I will go ahead and save again. I have quick saves that are just as good. And yes, I could save on slot 2. That is... The way I have it set up is slot 1 is my permanent just for this game slot. Whereas slot 2 is my global save slot. Team Dumbass for the win. Exactly. Red Foreman would be proud. double checking. Hi, guy. How you doing? Hey, you made it this far already. You want to buy something? I mean, you were literally just... Are you not the same moron that was a little while back? I mean, we have 5 mithril vests now, 2 adamant vests. Mithril armor we already have. I think that's actually equipped on what's-his-face. So that guy is just generic shop around here. Slightly better than the Moogle shop. Oh, let's see. Follow the stairs up to the... Okay, yeah, it's the stairs. This should be the other side of that not the cavern, the chasm. I know words. We'll go ahead and flip that one. Bloop, bloop. And by running right, you'll reach Alamia's. Okay. Give me access to what I desire. More equipment. Are we going to get everything perfectly done in this? No. I wasn't following the guide from the very beginning, and I don't think I'm going to follow it in every section, because I'm just going to be like, whatever. I will reach guide burnout. Speaking of burnout, that's another game we should cover. I do kind of want to do SSX Tricky as well, but like I've said before, the copyright claims on that are fucking awful. Ooh, confused. Yes, I will gladly take that. Oh yeah, and has she learned that yet? No. Double checking that we have stuff progressing forward at the very least. He should get auto reflect on the next battle, so that means that we will get up to... We'll be able to swap his gear next battle. Okay, so flip switch number 4 again. Yeah, I miss Final Fantasy IX music. For some reason, I absolutely prefer the music from Final Fantasy X and earlier more than the stuff after it. The stuff after is not terrible. It's just not what I prefer. It's just okay. Oh, God. I forget what trouble does. I suppose I could go look it up. FF9. A trouble. What does it do? What does trouble do? That's not what I want to be closing. I think that's the one I want to be closing. So FF9 Trouble. Like this. Okay. The affected will share half the subsequent damage they receive with allies when attacked physically. Okay, that's fine. And okay. No, deny that. It just shares damage. And goddamn cable. Today is a day. Maybe it's more of a half a day, but still it's a day. I have been up since 7 p.m. yesterday and working pretty much all of that, so I am mentally all over the place today. And we will get through it one way or another. Although it might be a little bit of a shorter stream today just because of that. Might go for like 3 hours instead of the full 4. I do generally aim for 4 hours, for those of you that are wondering. If I go over, it's usually because... But why? Why have I been working? Because I'm trying to make a TTRPG. I'm trying to make the document for it. I have made most of the stuff. I just have to make it in a format that people can read on their own computer rather than through my document that I'm using for organizing everything. And that's taken up a lot of time because formatting is a bitch. And then I'm trying to get caught up on recording stuff for Let's Play Everything because I want to do 5 videos a week on top of streaming. I am writing scripts for another channel, and I need to get caught up on writing the review scripts. I'm behind, but TTRPG, like D&D kind of thing, except my own system, which I have designed from scratch. That is going to be completely imbalanced, just a heads up. It's going to be completely imbalanced the first few like alpha and beta tests, so expect it to change. Because you can only test so much yourself, and as this is something that I've actually ran into with making like board game and card game and stuff like that, is whenever you're making something, and this is true for video games and all that kind of making stuff too, whenever you are making something for people to play, it is very hard to approach it from the perspective of someone who doesn't know how the mechanics work or who is trying to break the mechanics. Yeah, I have things in there that I'm like, this is going to be broken. This is how they're probably going to break it. But I know that as far as the alpha of this goes, if any like reasonable number of people play it, it's going to be a situation of, well, you just found the flying Aarakocra with freaking Eldritch Blast to kill the... I'm trying to remember what they're called. There's a type of giant enemy that is very famous, and I have completely forgotten the name of it. Tarask, there we go. Okay. I think this takes us where we want to go, but I might be mistaken. No, we wanted to do the one that we had just taken. Oop. I am the Dumbs. I'm easily distracted today, which is a good thing. It means you get to drive me off on tangents. Which, I hate to say it, when I'm watching streams, I prefer watching people go on tangents too. And while I am streaming, I don't mind going on tangents myself. I find it, frankly, a little bit more relaxing to go on a tangent. Because, admittedly, I try to stay engaged with the games for the most part and keep going. But when it's a subject that interests me and I want to go a million miles on it, I can have a lot of fun just talking about that stuff with you guys. Okay. Okay, so there's that thing up there.
Oh no, it's the water.
No, we'll get across. It's not a big deal. So we can exit to the right. I think we will go ahead and do that. Because if I remember correctly, About even you'll find a miner, give him a potion, and he'll let you dig. A mining guy. Let's see. Find a miner, give him a potion, he'll let you dig. On the upper level, you'll notice a strange-looking wall to the east. Hammer on it to reveal a Mugo and receive the Peekaboo achievement. Okay. Sure. I have plenty of potions, buddy. So, this is where the Moogle is. Oh. There you are. Hi, bud. Magnet. From Cupo to Kupo. We have Mog Shop for me, which you should just be, just junk. Do I actually want to be digging anymore from here? Yeah, delivered save and ta-da-da. Potion or nothing, but there's an extremely small chance of uncovering a Medane's ring. We don't care about that. Friends, da-da-da. You can be picked up now, so it's interesting. Note that each spot will only give 4 or 5 items per visit. If you exhaust the dig spots without giving the ring, leave the screen and you don't reset them. Okay, fine. I don't think I want to mess anymore with that. We're just gonna exhaust the spots. A potion for digging it, and then we'll just move on. Because I don't think there's anything really worth getting here. Is there really nothing right there? Give me loots. You bastards. Okay, so we got ore from that one. And I forget where the actual, like, spots are. But yeah, for those of you wondering about the TTRPG, I might do videos on it on the NPC Tavern channel. We'll see. For now, the plan is to release the, like, 0.1.1 for subscribers, members, patrons, stuff like that over on the Discord. And if you want access to that and you're a channel member or got subbed through Twitch or any of that stuff, make sure your Twitch or YouTube account is actually connected to your Discord so you can get access to it. That's unfortunately something that is needed to have it actually give you access and verify that it's you. Not that I'm terribly concerned about other people having the document. I'd just rather have it tested by people that aren't out there just going to be like, oh, it's a shit game, before it's actually done. I'm mildly worried about one aspect of the system being a bit too complex. I've tried simplifying it, but it's hit or miss. I've had enough. We don't want to dig anymore. Okie dokie. When you're ready, exit southeast and examine the wood pile. Okay. Bye, mining guy. It was nice seeing ya. I keep seeing it. Can't quite click on it. I'm trying. Ooh, they've got fire. You bastards. Yeah, I for the most part, today is going to be a fairly laid-back stream. I've got coffee to keep me going, but probably after the stream is done, I'm going to be crashing. I'm going to be just going to sleep. That's why we're having relaxed stream of Final Fantasy IX. I might do a stream later tonight because I got a press key for something that I know a few of you are going to be interested in. Depends on how my energy is doing and if I can get done with stuff before it's too damn late. I might be streaming some Titan Quest 2. It is worth noting that game is not optimized. So it's gonna be running at like 30 to 40 FPS, which is not great, but it'll work. I don't have a crappy system. It's only, 2 generations out, which should still run well, most games well, but alas, my ass, it doesn't necessarily. It's not unplayable, it's just every now and then it's got a couple like hitches here and there. Probably doesn't help that I'm running AMD instead of NVIDIA as well, because a lot of games, when they first release, generally do run better on NVIDIA because NVIDIA's got the deep pockets and the market reach, so they usually test on that first. That, and if I remember correctly, it's Unreal Engine, so that complicates it even more. Unreal Engine and AMD don't work as well together as Unreal Engine and NVIDIA, at least from my experience. I don't think there's any kind of conspiracy there. It's just whenever the market is a certain side for A versus B, you generally go with the one that has more market share as like your primary testing platforms. That said, people are still getting it to run on like 1080 Ti, so I'm not worried about it mucking up whenever I'm actually running it. Okay. I don't think there's anything else in here. Could be wrong. I do like my coffee. Living on adrenaline and caffeine. Trying to think what else I need to go over today. Gone over the membership things, gone over the TTRPG thing, gone over the plan to cover TQ2. I can't talk about the stuff that I was recording this morning as far as like specifics, but it's been recorded. I've derped up and explored first impression of it. I might do the writing first impression next. I requested a key for Quartet as well. That might be the RPG we cover after this one, but we'll be going back to Final Fantasy with probably Final Fantasy X after that. The thing is, I might just be recording Quartet. I'm not sure how I want to handle that on the Twitch side or not, because it's going to have an embargo if I get a key for it. I have to say if I get a key, because I haven't gotten the key yet. They're just going to give us about, I think they said 2 weeks lead up to get our stuff recorded, which is fine. That's about a week from now. So I won't be able to stream it as I'm recording it. But one thing I could potentially do is record it, just normal playthroughs, and then do kind of a watch party-ish stream with it. So that the stream would get unique commentary compared to the actual videos. Which would be kind of weird, but I mean, that's fine. Or I could do just play through and then do the review live. Oh, geez. Hurt my bud. Oh, but anyway. Will I be doing a solo run of Baldur's Gate 1? Probably not. I enjoy Baldur's Gate 1. I enjoy Baldur's Gate 2. They are both classic games for me, but they do. There's only so much I can play of them at once. It's not something that really fits well for me in the long term. Okay, so we need to go up and over to this one. Knock you down. You'll be shut out once you flip the switch and go outside. Don't do anything. That lets us get out of this place. And away we go. I think we got everything, so I'm not going to worry about in case we miss something. Instead, we go this way, I believe. Nope, we go... Oh, no, we go back left. Never mind. Go back to the room. Let's switch and then exit through the lower right corner of the room. Ride the Gargant. Is this not the lower right? Is this the lower right? Yeah. I don't know if there was anything on the other path for the 3. Yeah, it doesn't look like something we really want to mess with. I'm just looking over at what they've written. Now, how are we going to get back to the main continent now that we've cut ourselves off from going back? Are we gonna get an airship to fly back? I think we do. I think this is where we get the airship. I don't remember though. It's just a griffin. It's a Peter Griffin. Peter. What are you doing? Just went redneck with him. That's fine. Meow. Okay, so we're going to be able to catch some frogs. We're going to be able to get some blue magic here. A Goblin Mage gets his Goblin Punch. And then we have Cactuar. Cactuar is 1,000 Needles. We also have a Chocograph. Just as diamond gloves, probably the only good thing. Oh, Phoenix Pinions are not bad. And Peridot. Although we're getting plenty of Peridot. Peridot! Right now. This light, there's no mist! I miss the mist. We go until the coffee's empty. We are on the outer continent now. Fancy that. Okay, so we've saved. We've got the bridge thing there. But we don't care about that just yet. We should be able to get Chocobo here as well. Which means that we can get another bit of loot. But it's a matter of finding the footprints. Them there footprints. But we're looking for Cactuars and Goblin Mages. We don't really care about the Zangles or these here Griffins. Oh no, it's healing. You bastard. Thankfully, it only heals for about as much as what Zidane hits for. Well, actually, no, it's more about 2/3 of it. Now, I am looking forward to whenever we get to Baldur's Gate 2 with Gablin. Simply because I cannot wait to get sequencers going with cleric spells. That's something I haven't done before. At least not in my own runs. I think I did it in a friend's game way back in the day, but that was way back in the day, and my memory is shit. Okay. I just realized I did not swap him off of the Reflect Ring. And not that it particularly mattered, because we already had other skills. Okay, you are going to go ahead and get the Pearl Rouge. For level up and Reflect Null. Sadly, cannot get anything from those. Survival Vest on you. You know what? Sure, because you already learned the other one. You almost have Mug. Then you can go for the Adamant Vest after that. We're actually staying pretty much on top of getting skills unlocked, which is surprising to me because I generally forget the hell out of that. I think it being on stream is helping me actually stay on top of it because I'm like, oh, I remember. Okay, so I don't think this is Koo's Forest, is it? It might be. We're looking for Koo's Forest. Or Koo's Marsh, whatever it is, to get more frogs. Hey, look, it's the giant boar bastard. Do I actually don't know what level he is. We are going to go with... I want to see who all actually still has sleep immunity. I don't remember whether I put that on them or not. Tells you how much I'm paying attention to my own stuff. Okay, yeah, we all have guards still on us. Let's bio this guy. I want to use up some of the other spells. We generally don't get to do too much with them. We're mostly just attacking stuff. And yes, we are getting more cards. I'll need to clean them out eventually. Okay, so now we have a real map. Okay, so Zhu's is going to be in the northeast, so this is just a pointless forest. We're looking. We want to know where the footprints are, which I don't think are going to be super easy to find on this little craggy ground. But we will eventually find it. We need to do frogs. We need to get goblin mages and the cactuars. I need to just keep that in mind. She got done with a spell. What spell did you get? Did you already get confused? Oh, you're already done with that. Okay. You don't have anything else to learn there, but... I guess... Honestly, nothing stat-wise seems particularly great. We'll just go with that. Now, getting our next two characters caught up on skills is gonna take a minute. Because, unfortunately... extremely unfortunately... we have the issue of... they'll not have been in the party the entire time we were doing this, so we're gonna have a ton of gear backlogged for them to dig through. Hi guys, how you doing? Nothing left to learn. Oh, it's Sahagin. I don't know if there's something we should be eating. I'm gonna try. Hopefully we don't kill him with Zidane, but we probably are gonna. I have a feeling it's gonna be one that we already have. Who can't eat until weaker? Yep, just waiting for her to get up in turns. Now try eating. Okay, you whack. Steal from him. We're just gonna go with a normal cure. That should be more than enough. Then we just whack him and move on. Eat. Mmm. Snack and a half shell. Oh, it tastes bad. Lovely. It tasted like shit. Say again? Oh, goodness. Let's see. I need to change your gear, I believe. Okay, you go to Adaman. Looking at the equipment list in this game, for some reason, it seems a lot less daunting than it felt whenever I was younger. Because when I was younger, a lot of this looked like, oh crap, I'm gonna have to go through all this gear, but there's really not that many different pieces of gear. And some of it you don't even ever get. Excuse me. So let us catch some frogs. Sure, just for a bit. Let's see. Come on, hop where I can get you, frogs. I just want a couple of you. I just want a snack. I want to suckle on them sweet little frog legs. Ew. Find it weird that we can't capture them on the little side areas over there. Yeah, our capturing ability is extremely limited. We just want a couple of them. Going for the peninsula seems like a trap. There's 13. I think it's 15 for the next one. So we might just push our luck and go for it. Come on, hop over here, buddy. I just want to have a snack. I think that's the closest I can be and have it still hop down there. Come on. You know you want to hop this way. You want to hop this way. Frog this way. Yeah, I wouldn't say give me a kiss because I don't want warts. Gosh darn it, Napa. Yeah, I can't seem to get there fast enough to get them. This one is harder than the first area, but it shouldn't be as hard as it is for me. Hey, Queen, how's it going? You doing all right today? We should be getting a silk robe from this. No, we got an elixir. Oh, silk robe is not silk robe. Silver fork is next. I'm doing all right. Kind of tired, but we'll go for a few hours today. Basically, go until the coffee cup's empty. I'm probably going to sleep with a belly full of coffee. I know that's not a normal thing to do, but tis what it is, because that's what it is. And yes, I am just sipping on the coffee. Helped one of your stores with inventory last night. Ouch. I've been there. I have been there. It's especially annoying whenever it's one where you're relying on a third-party company to come in and account stuff, so you have to set up stuff weird just for them. I have been there. Sit there making your own inventory prep sheets for everything. I think probably one of the worst inventories I ever went through was in a small town in Texas. Used to, not anymore. Yeah. Honestly, considering how much work it is to set it up for a third-party inventory, doing first-party is gonna be the same amount of work. It's not like it's extra work in the grand scheme of things, at least at the scale we were working at. Let's see. So we've gotten there. Let's see. We need goblin mages, and we need the cactuars. We also need chocobo feet. I'm not seeing actually any chocobo prints near here. Just employees from other stores come to help out. Yeah. I think the only time that I'd really justify having a third party... Ow, jeez. Sorry for the whack noise there. I just whacked my microphone. I think the only time I could really mentally justify a third party inventory is if you're doing audits. To make sure nothing is going really weird. But even then, just another store or another manager in charge of it should be enough, unless they're able to just be, unless you don't trust any of the other managers in the area. One thing I do miss, speaking of inventory, was one of the stores I worked at basically just, I wasn't the department manager, but I was basically given free reign to set up all the coolers and freezers however I wanted to make my job easier. After I left that place, supposedly everything went to hell, but you were doing audits for it last night? Yeah. But I had those coolers running like an oiled machine. Our on-hands were so freaking accurate. trying to think of other dumb stuff that I've done. I had to clean up a whole stationary crafts and toy combo because the department manager left that in slop. Took me almost 9 months to go through it all. Which was ridiculous. That was also the same store that they refused to let me order manila paper for back to school, and then were mad that we ran out of manila paper. I requested manila paper. It was like, I want to say it was 6 months in advance. I put in an order for it, and according to the sales, it was a reasonable request, but no, instead I had to figure out a way to get rid of a massive order of freaking calculators the guy had made before he up and transferred out. They weren't even the kind that the university nearby used, so it was so freaking pointless. They were more expensive than the cheapo calculators. So you couldn't really sell them for like elementary schools or any crap like that. And they were not the quality that you needed for actual university level. So it's just, why you do this? But no. Fighting with management is not something I miss. But we lost out on probably several $1,000s worth of sales just from not having that manila paper. Which may not sound like a lot in the grand scheme of things, but we would have actually had good numbers that year. Most of my time spent fixing stuff was the craft section was probably the worst to fix time-wise. Toys was pretty rough as well because they had just been, and this was the store manager's fault. This wasn't even the department manager's fault. They had a sort of philosophy of just cram it where it'll fit and put a tag there situation. So I had to go aisle by aisle and like fix a lot of it to get the on hands right. We had one thing I found at that place that kind of grossed me out. You know those candy necklaces? Just like party supply kind of candy necklaces. It's that chalky, nasty candy on just a white string. You'd think that those would be really hard to keep hanging around until they expire. Yeah, they were like 2 years out of date when I found them. So that was gross. Those things have a shelf life of fucking Twinkie and a half. But yeah, it was a mess. Just cram her wherever it would fit. Yep. They did say put a tag there. They didn't always put a tag there. I had to get, and I know they were still allowing her to do it. They transferred her to a cashier. I had to tell them not to put someone in my department during the day, like when I wasn't there, because, and I know the store manager was still allowing it. She was marking stuff down to $1 and then buying it and putting it on eBay. She never got fired. I think she ended up retiring. It's like, come on. That store was a mess. The guy that was the actual reason I left that store, I think still works there. Despite having a sexual harassment claim against him that got dropped. It got dropped simply because she ended up quitting. So they just dropped it, didn't investigate it any further. He would fall asleep in the office at night because I worked nights there for a while as well. It's all kinds of crazy stuff. Generally speaking, whether I was management or just a regular employee, I almost never had problems with other employees. Most of my problems were with either management, which is what the lady that got put on to cashier. She was, I forget what her position was, but she was basically in some kind of weird position where they would just auto approve her price changes, which pissed me off. But yeah, I've generally only had problems with management. And it's like 90% of the time, it wasn't even the person who was over me that I had a problem with. It's very strange. It's like, stop messing with my stuff. Leave it alone. Go. Shoo, shoo, shoo. I'll do it myself, even if it means I have to stay over an hour or skip my lunch. I just don't want it messed up. Sandry's rife in offices. I've never actually worked a proper office job. I've always worked service jobs. Or commission. Let's see. But I think the manager that I left because of kind of was gunning for me simply because I took a job that his friend wanted. Because, well, she had problems. I'm trying to think of what all I can disclose. Needless to say, she had a red book on her for certain racist comments she had made. You've worked office, service, even Starbucks. I've worked food, retail. I've done some commission work back in the day before PayPal was a thing. I wouldn't know where to even start nowadays on that. I've sold stuff in a gallery before. But I've never actually worked an office job. Where I sit in a cubicle? No. I think the thing that I hated the most as far as any of the jobs I've done, and this is including the job where somebody turned off the ventilation fans on the pizza oven, which is a gas stove, and I almost got carbon monoxide poisoning. Including that one, I think the job I hated the most was cashiering. Retail now, asset protection? Yeah. I was told explicitly at 2 of the stores that I worked at that part of my job was asset protection, even though I was technically just a manager. Your first day working in office, 16, the super gave you a sheet of paper explaining premature ejaculation. Jesus. That's unacceptable. I mean, I don't mind crass humor. That is not crass humor. That is sexual harassment. But no. Probably... I'm trying to think what some good examples of dumb stuff that has happened. Oh, here's another one. Same store for the freaking stationary nonsense and the crappy manager that had it gunning for me. And it was the same manager that was responsible for this one. There was a lady in the store. It's an open carry part of the country. Yeah, it was open carry part of the country, and the store allowed people to open carry in it, which I always thought was a dumb fucking idea. But this lady was actually, she had a gun on her hip, and she just kept following around one of our maintenance guys, who happened to be black. And needless to say, she was acting in a very, without disclosing too much information, threatening manner towards him. And they would not let me kick her out. So I flat out told him, you go do the back room, I'm gonna do the floor. I don't care if they yell at me, I'm doing the floor. Simply because she would not leave him alone. And they would not let me kick her out. So, Because, oh, it is an open carry, it's fine. No. Sons of bitches. These guys have 983 life, so I'm going to go ahead and just stab them in the face a few times so I can eat one. That should be enough, right? But yeah, it's just ridiculous. There's all kinds of crazy stuff that has happened. Now, it is worth noting, I did break rules back in the day as well. I'm not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. Despite asset protection being part of my stuff, there are times where I've said, I didn't see anything to myself. And one of them was like, we had a homeless guy who would regularly come into the store. Normally he would pay for his stuff and be on his way. Every now and then I knew he was stealing food. I'm not going to call shit on him because a hungry person taking like $2 worth of food, that is not worth getting someone criminal trespass for whenever they're desperate. I'm sorry. If they want to really bring it up or be upfront, I would probably have bought it for them. But that's one of those things where it's like, stealing a loaf of bread for your starving family kind of situations. Moral quandaries. But if I was strictly asset protection, I could have gotten fired for that, but I wasn't. And if it was people stealing like durable goods, absolutely, I'd call them on it in a heartbeat. There's no reason to steal something that is not a necessity. There's no moral quandary there. Oh, you're invisible, you little shit. Time to die. But that's one reason why, personally, I can't do security and stuff like that. There's too many questionable situations where I'd just be kind of thrown off by it. Fighting myself kind of thing. You guys have really good magic resist, don't you? Well, you're dead now. Vanishing enemies makes me wish I could still do X Zone in this, like Final Fantasy VI. Other dumb retail stories that are a little bit less depressing. Oh, speaking of, this is on the YouTube comment side. Oh, only men can sexually harass, as a sort of like tongue-in-cheek comment, because obviously they don't. I actually had, this was my first store. I was entry level, all that nonsense. There was a lady who literally just came up and grabbed my ass in the break room when I was starting there. That was an adventure. Nobody got in trouble for it, but that felt very, very violating. But yeah, for the most part, despite all the strange stories I have, I even have poop stories from retail. There was one guy who basically, he started shitting himself and did stop the entire path around the store. Within my first week working retail ever, I was leaving work and I happened to just look down the underwear aisle, and there was somebody who had literally just taken a perfectly formed Snicker bar turd right in the middle of an aisle, and I was like, I am not on the clock. I'm not dealing with this. I have all kinds of horror stories. We had to break apart. Somebody had used the bathroom. It was in the men's room. They had left a log in there that I swear to God was as big as my forearm, and I am not a small man. But yeah, it was easily as big as my forearm, and we had to break it up with a broken pallet. So it would go down. Literally found a cooking pot with urine in it. We had an employee pass out because they were huffing in the bathroom, and we found them face down on the bathroom floor with their butt in the air. Oh, geez. What else? Seen countless people making out in the store. That's just working with the public. Trying to think what other horrific nonsense. Hell. Caught a manager. Not in person, but over the freaking walkie-talkies with an employee out in one of the, we had these self-assemble shed things, and we had a demo unit up there. Yeah, him with one of the employees in one of those. Came out over the walkie, and yeah. The first comment after we heard it was, "Hope it was good for you," I think is what she said. One of the other employees who had a walkie said it. I was like, good lord. I have not worked in very many couth places, I guessed. I'm looking for the chocobo feet. I'm not seeing it. Could go through here. Because I think that's a chocobo forest over there. Chocobo tracks are north of Coos Marsh, so that'd be this way. Starbucks is the only one for you? Yeah. I've heard Starbucks drama can get pretty interesting. To this day, you can't eat a fruit loaf catching a dude enriching it. Oh, that reminds me of a. This is the dumb story. I made them throw it out. I literally, the person in claims, whenever they were like unloading the person's pants, whenever they passed all the stuff over there, they were telling them that they should put it back out, and I was like, no, you're throwing that away. But someone had been trying to steal a bunch of meat by shoving it down their pants. So, no, we don't do that. Food has been down someone's pants. Especially, admittedly, it was mostly like raw meat. That's not the... You can cook most of that away, but I don't think you'd be able to get the pube hairs out. Admittedly, it was still packaged and all that stuff. But the ready-to-eat stuff, yeah, no. I made him throw it all away because it's food. But, yeah. Okay, so we got Gyashal greens. We're still missing khaki tours. But we'll get them in a little bit. Okay, so we need to choose our next chocograph. People do tons of crazy things. So abandoned beach. Think there's a beach near a huge dying forest. That might be it. So that's going to be this one over here. Let's see if I can remember what button I pushed. It's been a while since we played this. That's not it. This is. But yeah, it's also crazy what people will steal. There was a guy I worked with that basically stole so much stuff that they pulled him in the office. They had all the videotapes. This was, yeah, back when it was on tape. And yeah, they basically told him, you can quit and we can criminal trespass you, or we can prosecute. Because I think he had stolen something over $3,000 worth of stuff. And they had it all on tape. But it wasn't a single big thing. I think the biggest thing he had stolen was like 20-something bucks. But he had been stealing every single day that it just became redonkulous amounts of money. Trying to think what other kind of just weird stuff I found. I came across a bunch of swollen packages of meat that were obviously rotten. And the manager refused to throw it away, so I had to subtle claim it, accidentally leave it out in a crate somewhere so they'd have to throw it away. It was, you know those Jimmy Dean sausages? Where they're in the tube kind of thing where it's crimped on both ends with the little metal wire? Those, whenever they're fine, they should just be kind of like vacuum sealed almost. They should be pressed against the meat. Whenever they start swelling, that means that gases are building up in there and they've gone off. If you cut them open, you can see that they've gone off, but you can't see through the packaging. And that's what had happened to some of that. I had to tell someone that, hey, the salami is bad because it's not the color of salami. It was gray. Someone had left it out on the floor, and apparently they just went ahead and stocked it like 2 hours later. Pulled those off. I have found yogurts expired by over 2 years before in some stores. Usually that one, whenever you find them like that, that's not it sitting on the shelf for 2 years. That is someone not rotating in their coolers. So if you find something that's like a year out or 2 years out, at least at most of the places I worked, it was because someone had pulled it from the back room and went to stock it in the back without checking the date on the box that they had pulled from the back room. And that's usually caused by, if you have enough back stock, you usually have them stacked in front of each other. So people would just keep pulling from the front one, and then they'd get another one in and just shove the old one back. And that's how that happens. I had to tell, this would have been, I don't know whether he was regional or district, but we had a bunch of cooler problems over the course of about like 3 months. And we had the entire cooler system go down, and whoever it was had come in. And he actually wanted us to put back out stuff like cream cheese and I forget what the other one was. Like Sunny D. Sunny D's going to be fine for a couple hours. That's actually not a real health problem. But he wanted us to put back stuff that actually would go bad when out of the cold chain for that long. For those of you curious, yes, we would throw away Sunny D if it was out, simply because that's what it is. But considering what's actually in it, for the most part, if you left the jug on the counter, you're gonna be fine for a couple hours. I just wouldn't recommend it kind of situation. It's not gonna grow as much as, say, actual orange juice. But it's all over the place. Hey, LaPow, how's it going? I'm ranting about retail. Just because we are trying to get stuff done here. So we have that item now. We still need a caquitoire. And let's see. Head to the aforementioned bridge thing. Yeah. Sunny D is gross, period. I used to like it when I was a kid. I tried it when I was older and it was way too syrupy. Of course, I used to love Sunkist, and Sunkist is too syrupy now too. Hey, Daladon, how you doing? Is this not a Chocobo Forest or Chocobo Forest? Nope, it's not. I think that's something we do later. You're tired, 6:15 to 14:45 work shift? Ouch. How's the Chocobo going? We got our loot. I just don't know where the cactuars are going to spawn here. Maybe over here? Because I want to get 1,000 needles while we're here. I'm loving the cactuar music, though. I am exhausted as well, by the way, so I feel you. I'm living on sips of coffee. I think the rule today is going to be as soon as I'm out of coffee, I'm going to call it a stream. Yeah, I figured mom and dad owned a grocery store growing up, so you're awfully familiar. Yeah. Oh, my first experience with retail, by the way, I was 14 and stocked a beer case. Didn't know it was illegal. Got $20 for it. I was underpaid severely. Technically, you're not supposed to stock beer until you're 21, where I was living at the time. For those of you that are curious. So where can I find the cactuar? They've got a crap ton of life. Okay, so they are located. They're confused. Crap is similar. Annoying. Try to eat one for 1,000 needles. Doesn't actually say where they're at or where they spawn. It just says you should eat them here. But enemies have specific spawn locations. Well, not specific spawn locations, general spawn locations. When you were stacking shelves, the company was doing it themselves in the major stores to make sure it was matching their brand. Oh. Vendor stuff. Now, vendor stuff... Yeah, vendor stuff can get confusing depending on which location you're at, like what kind of store you're at. I have dealt with good vendor stuff and very strange vendor stuff. There's some things that are like point of sale only, where they just make money whenever it's sold. So if it's stolen, it's no skin off the store's back. It doesn't count against your inventory. It was from wines to soda to energy drinks. Jeez. Don't know how many of you people have drank Red Bulls, but they used to have a blueberry pomegranate Red Bull that was really good. I have not been able to drink them ever since I've gotten a fermented one, because the vendor didn't rotate their stuff. That was vendor where I worked, so we didn't stock it ourselves. Usually, a lot of places here, if it's Coke or Pepsi, the stores don't touch it. Unless it's like a mom and pop kind of quickie mart kind of thing where they just buy it from a normal store and stock it on their shelves. So at 6 a.m. you'd have the cola guy, then 7 a.m. the Pepsi guy, then they glared at each other when they pass one another. Aw, the friendly rivalry. I have had Pepsi and Coke guys that absolutely hated each other, and I have had Pepsi and Coke guys that were like best buds and ribbed each other, and ones that just completely avoided each other. But I do like the ones that were like, they would compete to an extent. That was always funny to watch. They would like see who could get through their carts the fastest. The Red Bull guy, once it got legal in Denmark, looked stoned half the time. This does not surprise me. Generally speaking, humans can be very weird. I mean, I look in the mirror every day and I know this. But yeah, it's wild. But yeah, I think if you've worked retail for any real length of time, you're gonna have strange ass stories. There's just no avoiding it. It's because you come in contact with so many people over time that it just becomes a regular, just, I am used to the weird shit at this point kind of situation. It's kind of like doing YouTube. I am used to the, you suck! Here's some totally unsubstantiated claim comments. No, yours with the personal device. Reminds me, I need to check my phone. I have gotten into a bad habit. It's a mix of like agoraphobia plus just not really doing anything with my phone, where I'll spend like a week without checking it. I probably shouldn't do this, but like I will have it on silent and I will forget I have a phone for a week until I need to like log into something. And then I need to go look up my code and just because I have one of those authenticator app thingies. I am one of those people that if I didn't need the apps, I don't think I'd have a phone. I know I need one for certain things, but I don't like talking on the phone. Texting, I always forget to reply. And I don't play games on my phone anymore. Mainly because my phone won't run games anymore. In an old phone. It's almost a decade old at this point, so yeah. Working for your parents' store will take something really messed up to phase you now. Think that prepared you for the military? I mean, I don't think I worked at a single location that didn't have at least probably a quarter of their staff were ex-military. So yeah, I can see that. Oh yeah, I was gonna check equipment. You get the reflect ring. You got that done. We'll go with body temp from Madane's. You already have everything. You're still working on that. And you almost have Lucky 7, but I think we can get Lucky 7 from there. Man goes out through the front desk exit. The alarm goes off. Man has a little black bag. Boss has to search it. Flips over to reveal an underarm long, bright pink personal device. No vibration. He packs it back in the bag without the least bit of facial changes. Asks the customer to get the alarm removed at the special shop upstairs. Sounds about right. Passes the vibe check. Joke intended. It didn't have a vibration function. It doesn't pass the vibe check. I know, that was a dumb joke. Let's see. So we can't do anything there. Can we do anything over here? I'm just running along the coast to see if it'll let me. Why does it go back that way? Camera's like... Camera, go home, you're drunk. Like it wants to go in very, very weird directions. And that looks like it should be crossable, but I don't think it is. I think we crossed that as part of going through the other bridge. Mog is controlling the camera. Mog is drunk. I need Bowser in here controlling the camera. At least then we'd have the weird laugh. But yeah, I'm not figuring out where the bloody cactuar is supposed to spawn. Oh, we have Chocobo Path over there. No, we don't have any hot and cold over here. But yeah, I have stories. I have been through stupid crap. I've done stupid crap. I've seen stupid crap. But I think that just happens as you've lived life for a certain amount of time. I guess we'll be getting the cactuars again later. We're just gonna leave you. Oh, you know. What is the cactuar's favorite song? I'm thinking of that Sting song. Oh, can't touch this. Doom, 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 doom. Yeah, but they don't have the hammer pants. The like poofy oh, was that 80s or 90s? Now that I'm thinking back on it, the poof pants. But they always stick out. And I would poke 500 needles, and I would poke 500 more just to be the cactuar that shot 1,000 needles at your door. Came all this way, there's still no mist. What a weird shaped village. What is that thing? It's a very delicious shape. Might have fine cuisine. Yes, yes, Zidane, you are. Rally ho! Tally ho! I prefer tally ho. It's a Final Fantasy IV reference. Rally ho's our sacred greeting. If you didn't say rally ho, then you cannot come over to Conipate, hometown of the dwarves. Rally ho. Rally ho. You can pass. Oh, which one do we want? Which one do we want to look at first? You should do the following actions before trying to collect any items or speaking to any of your party members, except as noted. Vivi and the couple as soon as you gain control. Cool. Say rally ho in Final Fantasy XIV just to annoy people? I would not be annoyed by this. I would rally ho back, damn it. Yep. The people here sure are different. Come hither, ye! And just where do you think you're going? Or where do you think you're going? You're always loitering around. Wish! Would you stop heckling me for once? Away with ye! Pardon me, but where would you be without me? You didn't have to get so angry. I am offending people, I think. I'm sorry. If you didn't want to hear me complaining, you get back to work. All right, woman, all right. Lazy, no good husband of mine, Mercy me, are you now, wee one? Running errands there, are we? Okay. Well, give my regards to the others. Gee whiz, the people here aren't afraid of me. Because you're about to have more existential dread. Okay, so we got that one. Okay, so we need to go east of entrance first for hers. I'm trying to get as many of the cutscenes as possible. So, quinoa accused. Rally ho! Into hats! Rally ho yourself. This village have tasty munchies? Aye, that we do. Conde Pit is home to the most delicious nuts and berries in the world. I can, that's why folks are always stealing our food. How rude. Thieves very bad people. Hey, that's right. Lots of yummy looking food here. I'll let you have that pumpkin bond there for 1,000 gil. Why do you need gil to eat food? If you didn't pay for something you're stealing. So you're the thief, are you now? I am a gourmand. A gourmand. Now I'm just thinking of Baldur's Gate 3. I am a gourmand. I love that you can steal his horn and he just gets pissed at you. You cannot fool me, thief. No, I'm not thief. Thief. Doppler affair. Okay. Okay, let us see. Quinoa cannot communicate is in the next one west of entrance. We need to go this way. I do not ken what else you did. Okay, I do not ken what else you can do, lads. Oh, recipe exchange time, yes. Nay, that thief's been snitching our food again. I'm not thief. Nobody said you were a thief. Or are you hiding something? I know have nothing to hide. These people so difficult. All right, lads. We have to keep our eyes open if we're gonna catch our thief. But we're always looking out for thieves, are we no? It's the cat-eared weirdo. What do you mean we didn't have to consummate the marriage, Vivi and FF9 in a nutshell? Jeez. Okay, so we go to Wendy's grocery shop next. And then we'll go through and get all's loots. Yup. Excuse me. Soon I'm gonna have to find a wife for me wee William. No lassie wants your William for a man. Well, what's wrong with this outsider lass right here? Aye, she's a bonny lass at that. But she's awfully small to send to the sanctuary, done you ken. Look at her, she's a mickle bigger than ye, I ken. I'm not marrying anybody. Jeez. Sanctuary. And then the last one, go upstairs from the item shop and talk to Vivi. And then we'll come back down here and deal with Moogle. What's the matter, Viv? These two people... That hen you cooked for me was awful good, it was. What'd you say you cooked? What way did you cook it? Did you frizzle it with some of your magic? The berries you traded me were a stewing too. But like say, what's a wee lad like you doing here today? How could I? I've never been here before. Yeah, try talking to some of the other people. Hungry Brian. Hungry Brian. Sis, I'm hungry. But you just ate a boiled owl, did you know? I did, but it did not satisfy me voracious appetite. I have to eat something with more punch, like say, Rally-ho! It's Mr. Peanty Hat! Rally-ho, what have you to sell today? Mr. Peanty Hat! Your hat's so painty. Man, the captions are having a field day with this. It went Pizza Hut for a second there instead of Peanty Hat. I get it doesn't like my accent. What are you gonna do? Get in my belly. Hello. Plenty, thanks. Your goods are always welcome here. What the? Wait! Hang on, Vives! He's American, we need to help him out a tad. The subtitles. We have no idea, but we gotta... It's hard to switch out of that. Because I like have to go like channel full fat bastard. Oh. Where the heck did he come from? Has Braun found us? Do you ken the pointy hats? Did you just say pointy hats? Nah, I said pointy hats. They often come from the Southeast Forest to trade with us. They live near here? Aye, but you gots to go all the way around yon cliff, and then you go east to find the Southeast Forest. They live so deep in the forest that even eels do not live there. To the Southeast Forest. It's stuck. It's the Southeast. Lord. Lord Almighty. The Scottish is strong with this. No, it's an insult to the Scottish accent, and I should apologize to any Scottish viewers for having fun with this. I do redneck voices as well. Don't hate on me for it. I'm scratching my back real quick. Always invest in a good back scratcher as you get older, by the way. Word of advice to all who dare ask about it. It's a good idea we might find some clues. If possible, to try new food anywhere fine. Okay. Now we can loot the place. I like my loot. Okay, there's 2,700 gil in the dark corner right by the entrance. Who just leaves $2,700 sitting in just the alleyway? Seriously. By the item shop, there's a phoenix pinion hidden in the corner of the staircase. Oh, an outsider! How come you built the village on this spot? Because we feel the mountains, the woods, and the sun here more than anywhere else. See Conde Pity, surrounded by the mountains, near on the woods, and blessed by the sun. It's time to a heap of good food. What is your favorite? I'm gonna quick save for this one. Just in case we can only do it once. Aye, that's great, but you have to go to the mountain path for that. If I could spend my life doing nothing but eating, I'd die a happy man. Happy man. He's a happy man. Fried root beans. That's not bad. So he likes the seasoned oglop. That's not bad. Okay, so we do go season oglop. The only thing I've stolen is your heart. Tell me something. How come there's no mist here? What you say, mist? What's it taste like? Well, it tastes like death and vinegar. What can I do for you? My inn is clean as an elven's arse. Winthrop, you old kidder. Yes, I have to make that joke anytime because Baldur's Gate 1. I swear that is probably one of the more iconic lines from that. At least for me. It gets stuck in my brain. Because the idea that it's like canonically clean. Okay, pretty standard. We're go check out Thomas Goldpiler's weapon shop and buy anything you don't already have. Okay. Rally ho! You'll be needing a weapon for the road, will you know? It says, don't buy the poison knuckles. Got the Multina rackets, we got the Stardust rod, we got the flame, we got the ice, we got the oak. Got the mithril fork, we got the mithril amulet. We don't have the magic armlet. Buy a few of those. Lamia's tiara, we'll take 1. Ritual hat, we'll take 2. Actually, we'll take 3. Adamant vest, we'll take 1. Leave here with 4 magic armlets. Okay, I'll take 1 more. I'm gonna take 1 more on top of that. 3 ritual hats. Take 1 more on top of that. 4 Lamia's tiara. Okay. 2 Multina rackets. I think we already have that. Yeah. And a magician cloak. I mean, I'll take a few of them. Did we magnet? Yeah. Heist you back. I can sell you what you've been needing. Okay, fine. Ooh. All we need is them to meet Dr. What from Final Fantasy VIII. Is this what you want? We can't understand each other. Okay, as far as what we have, we're done with that headgear, so Ritual Hat is going to be the next one. You can't wear the magic one. You're already on Adamant and Fairy. Modwin, you're learning something from. You don't have anything you can learn. Magic armlet might be worth it for her, but... Just making sure there's no... Oh, we can learn something from the ritual hat there. That's fine. The exit is the same screen as the weapon shop, but the doors won't let you pass. To move on, speak to Vivi. He's up the stairs. Oh, yeah, we'll get the one. So we might as well go check them out. Hi. You're not allowed to pass, laddie. Can we learn to count finally? God, no. Do I look like somebody who knows how to count? I don't know how to count. I just know how to hold my fingers up and go 5, 4. Somebody once told me the world is going to roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in that shed. I see it'd be good. Use the northwestern beam to climb up onto it. Okay. I cannot let you pass, laddie. Well, fuck you too. And the horse your dwarven ass rode in on. Here, a man and woman are joined by the blessing of the sun. Of course, we're a wee bit young to receive the blessing just yet. Someday I ought to be joined on Betsy on top of the Kirkboat. The Captain Kirkboat? Warp speed 10. Actually, I don't think they went to 10 in Classic, but anyway. Afterward, you go to the sanctuary to inscribe our names together. Ruby. Can I get on that? Can I get on that? Can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog? I'm gonna pet that dog. Ta-da! Body temp and distract. Actually, which one do we want? We'll stick with Medanes. Not Medanes! Okay, can we wiggle our way out of here? Nah, there we go. So, now we gotta find a way out of here, Pilgrim. What's an outsider doing here? Hi, have you seen a strange-looking guy here? He goes by the name of Kuja. You're strange-looking. No, you see, he looks really sinister, and, you're sinister-looking! God, I love this guy's face. Let's go! I'm happy to be sitting here sipping my tea and gabbing the time away. Good drink is precious, Kinnan. So I always sip it slowly. I am sipping this coffee slowly. We're about 2/3 way through the coffee, by the way. Pure thanks to the blessings of the sun and the heavens. I don't know why I was going Jamaican there. We got a bit Scottish. So I'm gonna have to find a way for me wee William. Wilhelm the Scot. You didn't expect me to work on such a fine day as this, do you? Aye. I heard there's a spring in the sooth where if you throw a coin in, it'll make you happy forever. Well, now that as may be, but we wouldn't throw away our money so glibly now, would we? It's called the Viagra Spring. You throw your coin in, you get boned. I hear this telling... Okay, it's the same thing as before. Actually, was that the same thing? Oh, jeez. A washing well. Oh, goodness gracious. Could not be able to speak for days. I haven't... Now I'm just thinking of the stupid line from Fat Bastard. I haven't seen my dick in 7 years. It's long enough to declare it legally dead. Like, good God. I think probably there are so many gross things in that movie, like on retrospect. Back whenever I first watched it, I laughed at it. I thought it was funny. But now I look back and I'm like, good God. Between the coffee, the chicken wing. You wish for a painty hat. Well, we'll find ourselves a painty hat. That's why we got you this here chickabah. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I mean, I'm resisting the urge to make a bit of a joke. Simply because they're coin operated boys. I don't think like 90% of the people in here will get that song. I think they live so deep in the woods, the forest owls don't even live there. Actually, I think it is the other way. Oh, it's the Hooters. Now, I'm going to say something right now. I love the design of these guys. They give me such Snorlax energy. They're like Snorlax freaking bastards. Like owls. Let's see. What is a... Oh, I know what that is. They remind me of a cross between those Russian lynxes sitting on their tails because it's so cold mixed with owls. I can see that. There is supposedly a scene that we can get here that is missable. I don't think we're going to actually get it. Head to the Mughal who's located in the stables in the northeast, and collect his letter to Mochi. You can watch Everyday Life, Life on the Run, and Gormon's Nose. I can definitely see that. I don't think these guys have anything that we should eat. So we're not... Yeah, they're white winds. It just looks so sad. Those big floppy ears and the slightly sad eyes. They make me want to give them huggles. Oh, psychokinesis. No! Have a good one, Queen. May your day go peacefully. Can you stop psychokinesising me? Stay safe. Avoid Scottish dwarves. If at all possible. He's just gonna psychokinesis all of us. Ouch. Not rainbow wind. I forget what that does. Just a bunch of damage. At least we slowed you down. That rollover, though. Me. Okie dokie. There he goes. I have to say, I also like the signage. It's the theme of this and the next area so well. Yeah. I feel bad for the black mages. They kind of drew the short stick. Bonk. Only 1,000 damage. Oh, that is lightning damage, I guess? Poor little dudes. I am gonna have to heal up a little bit, though. We're not doing too hot. Vivi, you... Not Vivi. A cure. I think we'll be fine. And that should lead us into the Black Mage Village. Bloop. Wonder why they hid it as just a dead forest. Now this is the music. I like this music. What's wrong? Humans?
Run! Oh gosh, oh jeez, oh no. Leave us alone, vile humans.
They were talking. There are others like me. How did anyone build a village in the middle of a dying forest? But hey, oi! A village. Village always have good food. I go find. Okie dokie. Let us get a save in ya. Okie dokie. And doing this while still getting Mogiro's letter to Mochi is no walk in the park. See below for list of information for about this point. Let's do all the following in order to avoid missing ATEs. Watch it as soon as you regain control. Life on the run is north-northeast exit, not the stable. Gourmand's nose. Enter the item shop, the one from everyday life, then leave through the western exit. Must not have gone to stable. According to the book I picked up last week, the customer said give me the usual when he wants to buy something special. What should I do if a customer asks for the usual? Being a shopkeeper is really hard. The humans are here! The humans are here! What are humans? I forgot. Are they a type of food? Oi, a human? I forgot what to say. So did I, Magey boy. So did I. Why am I getting messed? Oh, jeez. Okay. So we need to go to northeastern exit, not the stable. I think that is actually the stable. So we might bork this up. Life on the run. I think this is the stable, is it not? Yeah, he's located near the stables in the northeast. Collect this letter to Mochi. Okay, so it's going to be... I'm trying to get all the cutscenes, so I think it's this way, actually. Life on the run.
The humans are here! The humans are here!
But I'm not a human. I am a puppet too. I'm a puppet just like you. We go into the item shop. Okay, so we go through the western exit. Gourmand's Nose. Why you run away? I not do anything. What you hiding? Ooh. It's aroma. It's delicious aroma. Speaking of delicious aroma. Berea. I love the music here, so I don't mind just kind of putzing around in a little bit extra time. I for some reason cannot get enough Berea. Okay, so now we go back the way we came. And now we go to the stable. That gives us different language. Is he the one who came with that group of humans? He's all right. Look into his eyes. He's aware, just like us. Thanks. What are you all doing here? We escaped together from Alexandria in the cargo ships. That's right, we wanted to live in a world where there were no humans. To find that, we had to cross the ocean. Yep, thanks for depression. Sadness. Existential crises, the game. Vivi, I know he's not the protagonist of this. I know it's supposed to be Zidane. I know you're supposed to imprint on Zidane. But out of all the characters in this game, Vivi will always be hands down my favorite. I think that he is easily the best character of Final Fantasy IX. And he's honestly probably one of the best Final Fantasy characters, period. As far as just how much I get connected to his story, how much I get drawn into it, how much he's able to evoke at least some feelings from me for the characters. A lot of Final Fantasy characters, yeah, they're cool, they're fun, they have action-y, kind of easily to comic book approach this kind of characters. He actually seems to have, he's not all happy and joy. and he's not all action and grit. He is a lot more grounded than Final Fantasy characters usually are. Is there a cache exploit here? I don't know. We'll get to that, but I don't think so. That's right. I see. So, what's this? This is a, what's the word? It's a cemetery. So, underneath the ground, yes, our friends are buried under here. But why? That's because I came here with Mr. 36. We escaped together. We had so many things to learn. It was really scary at first, but we helped each other. Then one day, Mr. 36 stopped moving. He just stopped, wouldn't move or say anything. My friend who knows lots of things told me this was what death was, and we had to bury him. Mr. 36 is buried under the ground now, but I don't understand why. He's going to come out again one day, right? When he does, I'm going to wash him off in the pond. Was it a disease or was he hurt? Tell me, what? That's because... Now we go to the cemetery in the far west. Think it's this way? And the reason I'm doing them in this order is so we get all the cinematics that I can possibly get without going extremely out of the way. Mainly because I want them for the review purposes. Why are you here? Excuse me. This is our village. Yeah. You forced the little guy to guide you here, didn't you? That's all you humans ever think about, using us. You mean about Vivi? That's not true. It's just that I was surprised to see black mages other than Vivi who could talk, so... Besides, I'm here to stop the person who is sending you off to fight. Are you telling the truth? Lies! All humans are liars. You're lying. But it's true. I can't just sit here and watch while horrible things are happening. And then we go to the synthesis shop, which is, I believe, if memory serves, the front. We can do a quick save real quick. Hence the term quick save. 1 second. There we go. Now, is this a synthesis shop or is it the one over on the top right? Nope, this is the weapon shop. Just remember the dialogue here by heart. I can feel that. This is the inn. So I guess the synthesis shop is this other building over here. You get life cycle. What's up? I was telling them why we're here. Why are we here? Is this a joke? Jeez, don't get mad. Can't you see? I'm trying to make them understand. What's a joke? Is it scary? Yes, sometimes. Because you're here to fight the bad guys. That's right. Where is Vivi? I don't know where he went. He ran off. Time for the last one where we learn what death is. Do you want to learn about death too? Aha! I know you hide food. Get out. This egg is ours. It's chocobo egg. Chocobo egg super delicious. We share and eat it. Chocobo mother left it for us before she stopped moving. Right, we're gonna raise it for her. You crazy. You never raise any animal for her. Shut up, we can so do it. You eat egg behind my back. Beyond very specific sequences, how to get all the ATs while not missing Molgro's lair to Molchi. The problem is that going to stable before watching Gorman's nose will lock out the ATE. However, none of the first 3 ATAs will cause Molgro to stop offering the letter. The 4th AT is conveniently in the stable area. Ow. Also, free to talk to people about town. See the ATs if you haven't done so already. Watch it. So let's proceed from the eastern side to here. I don't think we're going to need a cash grab, but we could. If there is one. I don't think there is, but we could check. Chocobo stable first. You want eat too? Chocobo egg, very delicious. No, you don't get to eat it. Yes, we can take them somewhere else. I want you to leave them alone, quinoa. You voracious little bastard. And we go to that there weapon shop. I do like the little "This is Black Mage Village" sign there. Do you have anything that I don't currently have? Magician Cloak. Just double checking if he doesn't have anything new. No, I don't want... Shoo. Just checking around here. Oh, it's in a bucket outside. You don't think if you understated if you call this place the game's far plane. Like a place with so much importance squeezed into a small space that tells you something horrific whenever you look on it in hindsight of everything that's going on at the most comforting spot in the journey. That is a good way to put it. Okay, time to grab this one. Yeah, this is... It's an emotionally taxing area is what I'd probably call this. There's a little bit more money. Currently have an ad over on the YouTube, not the YouTube, the Twitch side. Oh yeah, we didn't talk to these guys, did we? I'm leaning back again. Ugh. My back is starting to bother me. Oof. Already have that. We have the exploder. We need another mithril dagger. We should go buy one. I suppose we could do some cotton robes. I don't necessarily want to do that right now. Mine is boots Kakushka. We already have. Extension we don't have. Reflect ring we already have one of. Are there any syntheses that we want to grab? I think can we get a mithril knife here? Or are we SOL with that? I suppose you could actually cash exploit here if we had actually bought the stuff in Dolly. I don't think we did. No, we didn't. So I get for not following the thing verbatim. We want that. We want actually an extra one just in case. Gladius we're fine with. Do we have the stuff to get some extra ones there? Item-wise... It's an accessory. Where you be hiding? I really, really wish this screen showed all the other stuff. Okay, so we can get the rune tooth. We can get... Already have a coral ring. We could probably get another coral ring if I wanted at this point, but I won't get an extension. Yeah, Rune Tooth just has Lucky 7, so we're not going to be doing that until after we get sacrificed, sadly. But it is poison, which is not really that useful, oddly enough. But let's see. How are we? Yeah, we'll finish this off. Okay, so we got those. Enter the item shop. We can get an ether from in here. I did not mean to run out of it, but... Okay. I want the usual. We climb up here and get another item, I believe. Yay, we got a black belt. That, if I remember correctly, gives us counter and something else, doesn't it? HP plus 20%. Oof. Extra 200 HP if we get it. Once you're ready to proceed, watch the blah blah blah. It will happen automatically. Inside the synth shop, if you didn't head towards the cemetery to get another scene. Let's go talk to the people in the cemetery. Just making sure we get all the basic loot. We became aware one day, each under different circumstances. You remember being born? It's the same with me. I just woke up one day. There was a human body lying next to me. His body was covered in blood. It scared me. I didn't know what it meant. I ran as fast as I could, then I looked around, as far away from the front line. There were many others like me, and we decided to escape together. We heard about this village after roaming around for a while. That's how I ended up here. Wonder what it's like down there. Is it warm or cold? Man. This place is just depression. But like that comforting, it's like a warm, heavy blanket in the middle of a blizzard when the power goes out. It's kind of like a bittersweet comfort. That makes sense. We're moving on. Go back to the end and examine the box thing near the bunk bed. Oh, Zidane, it's nothing. Did something bad happen? All the black mages seem pretty nice. Hungry. This village people eat terrible food. You got tired, right, Vivi? Yeah, I don't blame you. We've been walking around non-stop. We should call it a day. I go to forest and look for food. What about you, Zidane? Rest! Take a nap, damn it! Zidane, Vivi just walked out. Maybe he's letting us have a little romantic, quiet time. He's trying to figure something out for himself. Think about it. Vivi's never met black mages like himself before. What if they're being mean to him or saying nasty things? Do you really think the people of this village gathered to do something like that? Maybe, just maybe, he'll find what he's looking for. Place to call home. Oh. And you said home. What's the matter? Can't fall asleep? I have been down this road myself. I found nothing, he found something, and like him, I'd do the same. Once upon a time, here you go again teasing me. Once upon a time, there was a man. There was a man who didn't know where he came from, or why he has a fucking monkey tail. This man had longed to find his birthplace ever since he was a small child. His birthplace, a place he only remembered in his dreams. Why? He wanted to know more about himself, maybe. About his parents, the house where he was born. One day, the man left the home of his adoptive father and went on a quest to find the answer. His only clue was the blue light he saw in his dreams. Yeah, he thought it might be a memory of his birthplace, an ocean, maybe. Did he find it? Hey, you're jumping ahead. A lot of things happened along the way. All right, we can skip it. No, he never found it. How could he? His only clue was a colored light. So he went back to the home of his adoptive father. What do you think his father did when he came home? Welcomed him home? No way! The father raised his fist and beat the son he had worked so hard to raise. I don't know. But you know what surprised him even more? The father smiled after beating up his son. Can you believe that? He just gave his son a beating. But this is what the man thought when he saw his father smile. This is my home. This is the place I call home. The man is still looking for his birthplace, but he already has a home. Maybe. It's the same for Vivi. He's looking for a place to call home. I wonder if Vivi will stay in this village. Who knows? That's for him to decide. Hello, nice to see you again. I wanted to ask you something. I was wondering how many people have stopped moving. You already know what it means to live and to die. You're asking about our friends who have died, not stopped. 7 of our friends stopped functioning recently. I think our lifespan is limited. I've suspected this ever since the first one came to a stop. It varies a little, but most of us stop moving 1 year after production. I haven't told anyone else about this. If I did, they'd feel the same way I do. I don't know. Fear? I don't want to stop, and maybe I want to run away from it all. But living in the village with everyone fills me with joy. The joy of living with them far outweighs the fear of death. Isn't it the same for you? Traveling with your friends gives your life meaning? Yeah, I think that's what you're looking for. Thank you. Someone saw a silver dragon in the northwest part of this continent. People of Conde Pete said there was a place called Sanctuary where entrance is restricted. I think this Kuja said something about a secret being hidden on this continent. Something about the source of the mist. Not the mist. Where's the Vivi? Just a second, I'm gonna move the microphone again. Let's see. If Vivi Stacy's wait for me. They're not quite like you, Vivi. See the outside world and tell them all about it. What you say? You know can't leave me here. I starve. Everyone forgets about quinoa. Black Mage really has stuff to appease even the most addictive shoppers. First thing you should do is raise more money using the cotton robe trick. Yada 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 yada. Latest grade weapon shop doesn't carry anything new, but if you don't already have 2 survival vests, you should probably get them. We already have Medane's ring. Say forget, you say neglect. Let's see. Do I think we just want to get stuff from the item shop with the stuff that it says here. Oh, we've got different locations for them as well. You always were a Blue Mage fan, so quinoa had a lot of fun adventures. Ah. I've been gaining weight lately. I wonder if I'm overeating. We've each been gaining distinctive personality traits since we arrived in this village. Mr. 44, for instance, got bigger. The others are also starting to look and act differently. This is called individuality. He's really smart. Aw. Be waiting to hear his stories. I'm not gonna touch that one. I don't think we necessarily need anything else in here because we already have Medane's. The only other thing that would be even semi-worthwhile would maybe be another Reflect Ring. Embrace it, the dread is ours to have. Yeah, but I don't want them to have it. Now we have plenty of remedies. I don't want to go too low on resources, but I think that's going to be good for us right there. And then we can pick up more as we go along. I'm not going to bother with the friendly thingamaboobers. Wanted to talk to the guy that was wandering. Can you actually catch him? Starts writing idea for D&D villains that heals get stronger when it removes frightened condition from players. Now, it is worth noting that there are some tricky things you can do with cursed items. I have never tried it with a villain specifically. One way to use a villain if you're using like curing and stuff like that, and it's kind of a deceptive thing, would be to have it be kind of like a character infection. Yeah, they're healing them. Yeah, they're getting rid of frightened and stuff like that. They're reassuring them. But it's slowly creeping up a counter on each of them to cause them to get, say, either charmed or obfuscate reality. Have them be a friendly villain. So the more they rely on him, the stronger he gets for a later encounter. Basically turning a companion into an ever-growing foe. It requires a lot of number tracking on your part, though, if you do that. So basically, you'd have... Sorry, I'm stretching real quick. My back is cramping up. But basically have it where each time they heal them, it does like another point towards them. So maybe it makes the villain harder to hit. Maybe it makes the villain have better bonuses versus their save or suck spells. Or give them the ability to steal actions or reactions from them, or even use legendary actions through them for a certain number of times based on how many times they've been healed or benefited from the companion that they brought along. But on that note, though, my back is killing me and I am extremely tired. So I'm going to call it here. It's been a short episode. We basically got through the caves and this. I'm going to go ahead and just let you all off in the wild, and I will see you guys probably tomorrow, normal time. I will get some more rest before then, and I will see you guys tomorrow when we'll go into Conde Pete and move towards Sanctuary. Sorry, Manda Panda, I was heading out. Just tired. I mean, we are stopping an hour early, but yeah. Keep gaming, have fun, peace.